Welcome today to be a glorious, imperfect, practicing person. And let's start. So I'll show a picture to start because as I was warming up today, I was thinking a lot about the organs, and I was thinking about telling you again a little bit more how the organs enter the body. So here we have a tiny little embryo, which is actually where you see my cursor, this pancake here. They call it a pancake, and it is laying between the amniotic fluid and the yolk. Doesn't really matter, except that the yolk sac that nourishes us and we lay around actually enters into our body. The membranes enter into our body. It folds in, it grows in, it's drawn in by our flexion and extension pattern. And here is a few stages of it. So here it is completely outside of this flat to be round flexed human. And here it is starting to flex. Here it is starting to enter in and creating a longitudinal tube from mouth to what will be cloaca, anus. So it's head on this side, tail. And then as we use up this yolk, we pull it in from mouth to anus. And eventually, you see here, waves are starting to happen. And we will eventually close off and release this yolk sac. And what we don't see from this point of view is that you're having this longitudinal this mouth to anus longitudinal tube start to grow and start to snake, but also start to grow little cauliflowers out, like the lungs grow out from the digestive tube and grow into lungs. And so from this tube, these organs start budding off, like flower buds, like buds that grow into organs. So, and then we come back to the fact that all these organs are wrapped in a membrane. And this membrane is what we are talking about from mouth to anus. And this membrane, which becomes double membranes, is the membrane that we then later find the pathway through the epiploic pathway from the upper above the diaphragm to below the diaphragm. And so just wanted to set up a bit of information about that and introduce you to the fact that the organ system is like another self-creating system where cells start budding off and creating a liver or creating lungs or creating a stomach or creating the digestive tube. And let's enter into that today in our practice. Any questions before I take us down? All right. So find a comfortable spot. Last time we laid down. You're welcome to stay sitting. Perhaps even a bit of a rolling. So wherever you are in sitting or in laying down, I want you to just get a sense of rolling, that you're sort of rolling around your spine, rolling the organs around your spine, rolling your body around this epiploic pathway, which we did the other day if you were there, having the center be still and have the organs roll around it. Nice. And into this, nice. And also just, I'm seeing a lot of beautiful, just that you are in the ocean. You are still in the womb as an embryo. You are in the ocean. You are turning or swiveling or rolling around your own center. So you're not rolling on something, you're rolling to have your organs surrounding your center, roll around that center. Nice. This can be big, this can be small, this can change. And into that, I just want you to add in a little bit of a flexion, extension. So it's not just, it's like a rolling, but it's also a spiraling into flexion or extension. It's so there's and just take this where you want it to right now. So this is like the embryo is constantly in the flow, in the fluid flow of the blood entering and releasing through its little body. It is bringing in the yolk into the center and growing the organs. And it is just, and then just let it be your body too. So there's some differentiation maybe where some parts roll first, some parts extend, others flex. And all of this from the perspective of your organs, the sacs around the organs, the membranes in between them. The greater momentum surrounding all the organs and the lesser momentum traveling through and providing the sacred pathway from the upper thorax to the lower into this lesser omental sac above, kind of above below the diaphragm, between the liver, stomach, behind them in this space. Yeah. And then just bringing your attention in. You can keep moving if you'd like, and you can just quiet the movement or make it sweeter, smaller, more focused, and bring it into this place behind the liver, under the stomach, bring it to this place, the epiploic foramen, and keep letting the fluid motions of your body happen easily. Start becoming aware of your breath. Just in a way that your breath is more wise right now than you. Just let it be where it is. Let it do what it wants. Let it respond to your movement. Let it respond to your inner quieting and focusing. Controlling your breath is very powerful. So right now, let it be wiser, greater, more connected to your inner life, to your outer life. Let it be. Step off from controlling it. And you may have noticed in your body, perhaps you have started to both air breathe, but also feel the inner flow of the embryonic breath underneath. And without having to choose one or the other, I want you to just start pulling in your breath like you're pulling in silk, a silk thread. Pulling it down through your nostrils, down the back of your mouth, down through your throat, down through the insides of this organ membrane system, pulling it through the waters, through the flow, down into your lesser omentum. And letting the expanding and contracting of these membranes, this fluid embryo, your organs as they're growing. Allow for these small movements to express themselves. And pull another pathway of this breath down. Pull it down through into your abdomen. And from there, letting it spread out to the lower abdomen, down towards your pelvis, down to the lower dantian. And let these threads continue to, these pathways of swirling fluids, these pathways of the embryo connected to its outer and inner flow, continue through you, filling your lower abdomen, your center, giving it the alchemy, the possibility to become life energy for you. Allow the slow expansion of your breath as you're pulling it down, expanding into the inner seas of your organs, between the organs, through the organs, all the way to your pelvic floor, to your kidney bladder, to your uterus, to your prostate. Let this embryonic breath bring the embodied memory of this time when you were creating yourself, when you were very much so connected to your life's energy in every cell, in every new tissue, dancing, migrating, shifting, sliding. Let the fluids itself carry your thoughts, carry your attention. Like give over your intention of this embryonic breath. At some point, just give it over to your fluids, to your body, where your mind can't even track if you're in breathing, out breathing, where you're connecting. You do not need to track the next steps, where the out breath is. You might notice that you The tone is diminishing, getting smaller. Just know that at that point, the energy is going towards your body, into the marrow. It's going back into the blood. It's going into your tissues. It's going into your becoming. And it's drawing your breath, your human breath, your air breath. Today, allow yourself to feel all the fluids flowing around your organs, through your organs, expanding and releasing bags. Holding the memory of your center, the lesser omentum, the nada cord from last week. Allow your mind to rest, to not track for a few minutes. Allow your movements to happen when they wish. Don't worry, don't judge, don't censor, don't stop. So just stay with what feels right for you. I'll just add a suggestion that you can try out and allowing the fluid around all sides of you, all sides of your organs. So is there space for flow behind your organs? Is there space for the right diagonal through and behind? Is there continuity between the back of, say, the sacrum and the front of your belly? Is there flow from the right to the left? Is there flow from the left to the right, inside you and outside of you? Your amnion, your chorion, the fluids right now around your organs, all the sliding of the containers. Is there flow around and through the head, the fluids of the brain? Is there flow through your mouth, around your jaw and your spine? Is there flow around your whole head and ears and eyes as it was in the embryo? Is there flow through your mouth, down through your organs, inside the digestive tract, inside and down through all the way to the pelvis, to the pelvic floor, to the rectum? Is there flow going in your mouth and out your rectum? Is there flow supporting you? In your embryonic breath? As there flow around your pelvis from the sacrum to the front of your belly, from the front and sides of your pelvis through to the back of your pelvic organs. Can you allow flow and movement as you are in your embryonic breathing? Can you allow yourself to be held, moved? Can you receive the nutrition, the information in these fluids, the hormones? Can you receive the messages, the information? And as you are in this outer flow around you and within you, going back to one more clear pulling in of the silver thread when it's right for you. Finding that deep sacred pathway of embryological breath down through your body as the whole rhythm of breath elongates, stretches time, suspends time, perhaps. And releases time. Now just returning to your very center, the center perhaps of your lesser omentum, that is another layer between all the layers of your organ membranes, that central lesser omentum. It could be that you're in front of your spine where the space for the notochord still lives. It could be just close to yourself. Allow yourself to be close to your own self deeply as you still are in fluid connection with the world, not having to seek out the world because you are part of the world. And this is where the Chinese would say, when we build up the lower dantian, then we build the middle dantian, we build the upper dantian. So 3 dantians, the lower one supporting our life energy, and the middle one supporting in the middle of our body, under the diaphragm, at the diaphragm, and the upper one at the heart. The heart, the lungs, the thymus. So this is reincarnating back to who you truly are again and again. Reincarnating to the surprise of who you can be. The rediscovery and re-expression of who you can be now. And today, in your own way, take the next 2 or so minutes to make your way back to the here and now. And perhaps that doesn't mean leaving anywhere that you are. Perhaps that just means it means whatever you naturally do to both be here and be in this deep calm. What I want to say, this is always there for you. The state is always here in your evolutionary background, in your own embryology. It is in the trees around you and the people around you. It is a source. So keep your source as you start coming back and out to be in this world also. Want to give you all a chance just to thank yourself, show gratitude for yourself for giving yourself this time. Like a kid, like you were a kid. Thanks, Christine. You spent time. You did go there. Just thank yourself. Notice what this embryological breathing practice gives you right now in your cells, in your body. Acknowledge that you belong. Today, you belong to all the fluids that you were born in, you were growing in as an embryo. You belong to all the waters that are around you now, all the rain, all the creeks, the rivers, all the bigger and smaller ponds, the oceans, the glaciers, the tiny water drops. You belong to all of the fluids that you were born into, born through, and that still exist within you. So we have like 10 more minutes. So I'm gonna just allow yourself to be in that inner space if you'd like. And maybe some people would like to share some words. Perhaps whoever can just share your face so we can see faces at the end. And let's just have some moments of sharing any experiences, thoughts, learning.
Thank you so much for this practice. It's really very like nourishing. Something that something really pleasant in my mouth. Mm, like especially with this when you said about the silk breath in, which was it brought a lot of very like smooth and pleasant sensation to the throat and to the mouth. And it kind of yeah, it's like some vitamins which I needed. Thank you.
I had a funny thing happen. There was a repairman coming who showed up to put in a piece of plastic in my window. And he recognized that I wasn't quite myself. And he's like, why don't I come back tomorrow? Maybe Friday. I said,
What's time?
I love the space around the organs. So calm, deep, around infinity. Mm, the space so huge.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Daria, could you translate what Elena wrote?
Yeah, I was about to type it in. I don't
No,
know.
you
Yeah,
can
I can
say
also
it.
say it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, dear Kristen. This practice allowed me to feel very deep movement inside, like up and down. There was an image of a swing that lifts me up and then puts me down. A lot of childhood joy, like child's joy, playfulness in this. I'm sorry I cannot put my camera on today because of some technical issues. Thank you so much.
I like today when we moved from, can you hear me? Yeah. I like today when just we've gotten so far that we went into the embryonic breathing and then could expand all the elements around it. So it wasn't just about the practice, it was about the state. And for me, it felt very nice to feel all the fluids. What is it when the ocean has like brilliance, has like photo, what is it, that green sparkly stuff? What's it called? Someone help me. Do you know? You know.
Phosphorescence.
Phosphorescence, thank you. So I felt a phosphorescence in all the fluids around my organs today, and that felt really good. And also for my mind, it was good to know that at some point our practice should just get us to the state you said, Elvira, of like huge space or somewhere else. So if we hold on to the practice, we go, oh, I stopped thinking about the silver thread or something. Then we forget that the practice and the directions into the practice are not the state we're going for. The state we want to arrive in is different. And I feel like I got there today. I felt like what the people I saw there was get there. And then we have to allow ourselves to go to even know more than we knew before, and to give ourselves a celebration and the next step of our own practice and not hold ourselves back. So thank you for all of you coming so many times. Very beautiful to see you. We will be continuing next week with embryonic meditation. And please tell your friends. And we have an option for people who are in Russia that we keep the price the same as it was on the old Russian. The cost it would have been a month ago, and we'll give you that at the same cost in in ruble as it was. And so just write us what you need to help continuing. We'd love to have you here. And any last things, Anna? Any last thoughts? Any? Novi, you put up the connect, like how to sign up for the next workshop.
Yes,
Anna?
Yeah, I want to say thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, for this amazing space of embryonic breathing, and I really felt the place the space of rest, which my body was creating from the first cell. Yeah, and I'm grateful to be resting there.
Well, let's just turn on our microphones and or move or wave or say goodbye in your own language, just for a moment. The Hawaiian dance, the no plastic on my window today dance. Yeah. Thank you. Well, because of this time in the world, I offered this for a month, and it gave me the sense of what practice is. Practice is not being perfect, perfectly ready, perfectly knowing what you're doing, but continuing on. So I wish you all and myself to just continue on with the greatest ease and deep inner lightness, fluidity, and support for whatever you got to do now. So